Welcome back, gamers. Keith Hershey from Ominous Glow Games here again. Today we're going to do some testing. It appears the last couple weeks, some of the videos, the volume was really low. Apologies for that. We're working on that. So hopefully this video, we've got all those issues dialed in. We're going to find out. We're testing this. Meanwhile, one of the short videos I did, it was on doing player intros, kind of like a warm-up exercise for role-playing games that I like to do from time to time. So, we get everyone sitting down, everyone, asks how everyone's doing and whatnot. Oh, and by the way, thank you to Shank Ranger 427 for asking about this topic. He wanted more clarification. So here you go, Shank Ranger 427. So anyhow, everyone gets together, everyone, asks how everyone's doing. We finally settled down. We're getting ready to, do the recap. But before the recap, I go around, in case there's any new players, because sometimes I get new players coming into the groups and whatnot. So we do, like a little player intro, introducing everyone, who they're playing, what they're doing. And I'll throw out a random question for the people. And sometimes it'll be the same question all the way around. Sometimes when they're doing their player intro, it'll be like, I'm going to pick on my good buddy Truman. So Truman, if you're there, I'm going to pick on you. So I'll be like, hey Truman, we'll start with you. Just do a quick player intro, who you're playing, what your character looks like. And what was your favorite childhood toy? See how simple that is? And then that gets their brain going a little bit into looking at their character. And as a DM, it gives you a little bit more ammunition or things you can tweak and pull, especially if they give you something good. And you pull that and put it in the campaign. So like Truman will be like, I'm playing an elf ranger, and then he'll go into an awesome description of his character, because that's one good thing about Truman. Always gives great descriptions, like the silver filigree over his oak, bow, and it's really awesome how he does that. And so anyhow, he gets to his toy, and maybe it's this wooden hand carved duck his grandfather made for him. His grandfather during the Great Elven Wars carved this this duck out of a piece of wood when he was out on a ranger expedition, with the 412th expedition or whatnot, through the Silver Forest or whatnot. And so, there you go. You got that role-playing exercise going through. And then you get to the next person. You could ask them the same question, or you could just totally mix it up. The main purpose on this that I like is just to get people, geared up and ready to start role-playing. Instead of just having to turn on, with a switch just like that. I mean, sometimes people might struggle with it because in a way it is like turning on a switch with this, but it gives a way of doing so role-playing without being in the game already. So you can go to the next person and let's say it's Laura. She described her, human paladin of Tyr, and I'm like, what was, let's see here. I'm having a brain fart now, see? But you could use the favorite toy, or you could be like, as a child, as you were growing up, what was your favorite place to run off to and just sit and ponder about things when you were having trouble, or you got in trouble with your parents, or you just needed to get away? What'd that place look like? So there, bam, they're already starting to think, where was that? Oh, that was this little pond just outside of town. There was, 3 willow trees nearby, and, as I would go over there and, take my shoes off or my boots off and just dip my toes in the water, and the little fish would come up and nibble at my toes or something, and there's these little like blue bonnet flowers nearby. See, there you go. Or maybe they'll come up with some unique plant, describe that, and then you can incorporate that into your world. So that's player intros and a little brief how to do that. And just go one by one, each person. Like I said, you come up with a random question. You can come up with it on the fly, or more importantly, while you're sitting there waiting for everyone to come in and they're all greeting each other, you can write down a few questions. So that way, when everyone sits down for that, you've got some questions ready to go. So it looks like you're more prepared. You do that enough times, and your improvisation really kicks in. And, also to mention, by you asking those type of questions, it also gets your role playing and it gets your improvisation skills up to the level it needs to be when you start running the game. So there you go. Thank you again, Shank Ranger 427, for asking that question in the video. And for anyone else out there, please like, subscribe. Is there something you would like me to go over or give you further advice upon? If so, leave a comment down below. And me and Arvin, hopefully we'll get Arvin on here pretty soon. But we'll go through, these questions. We'll answer them. And if there's a really good topic, we'll make a video for you guys. Anyhow, happy gaming, and we'll catch you next time.